believe it or not, there's actually 5 things you could be doing right now that may actually be sabotaging the success of your haunted house. Don't let this happen to you. Watch this video. We're going to go over these 5 things and make sure you're not doing them. Brian Caliquet, Freakonomics.com, and today we're going to cover a little more of the haunted house business side. I know a lot of our videos are marketing based. We're going to cover a little bit of business side today, all right? So here are the 5 pillars of sabotage or death. We're in a haunted house industry, so you can call it the 5 pillars of death, death, death. It only works with an echo though, okay? So here is number 1. Number 1 is metrics that you aren't tracking. That looks like a blind person wrote it, but it says metrics, okay? So not tracking your metrics is probably the biggest problem I see haunted house owners do. The problem is you get so caught up with set design, making sure actors show up, making sure the scenes look good, and all these other things that you forget you need to be tracking how many people are coming through your haunt each night. Let's see, where they heard about you from, what their demographics are. You need to see, are the actors happy? Are they satisfied? There's a lot of other things. Your expenses for the season, your expenses nightly, your profit nightly, your profit total for the season, so you can plan all these things. There's a lot of things number-wise you need to be tracking to make sure you can open next year, okay? So number 1 pillar of death, if you're not tracking, is metrics, okay? Make sure you always track your metrics. For an exact list of what you should and shouldn't track, make sure you click the link below. It'll take you to freakonomics.com. We have an article that goes with this video, and it explains it more in depth, okay? Number 2 thing kind of comes with metrics, but it's a little separate. Budget. Budget is pillar number 2. Budget is very, very important because, again, if you don't know how much money you're pulling in every season, it's harder to predict your income. It's harder to know if you had a bad year or a good year, and it's harder to know how much you can spend on updating scenes and renovations for the following season. So always have a budget. No, this is my budget. We can't go over. If we stay under, great, but we cannot go over it. Here's how much is going to marketing. Here's how much is going to set design. Here's how much is going for these things. You have to have these budgets set. Very important, and a lot of people tend to shy away from them, okay? So this third one, kind of what I call the kiss of death, really, if you were to have one in a haunted house in terms of quality experience, is, I'm going to call it staff retention. This is probably the number 1 thing I see haunt owners suffer with, and it can make or break the quality experience of your haunted house. Business and marketing strategies are very important, but keep in mind, if you don't run a good haunt and you don't have good actors and good sets and good quality scares, they're not coming back next year, okay? Retention is 7 times cheaper than paying advertising to get new people in. So to do this, you need to focus on delivering a good experience for your staff. Do nightly contests, give them awards. Take a vote at the end of, when people go through the haunt, what their favorite station was. Give the person who had the best a prize every night. Make it fun. Do off-season events with your staffs, like picnics and stuff, okay? Make sure you take care of your staff. Because if your actors aren't happy, they're not going to show up, okay? If that means paying them, pay them, okay? They have bills to pay too. Even if it's only $8, $9, whatever, okay? Pay them to be there. It makes them happy, okay? Treat them with respect. Cherish them. It's going to make them stay longer. A good tip I give, and this goes in depth on the blog, is make sure if you have a real high impact station like a chainsaw or a screaming station or something, have 2 actors or actresses that can switch out for that station and stagger them every other night. This way you're not burning out one actor and then trying to find somebody to replace them. So just kind of a side tip on that. But so pillar number 3, staff retention, definitely costing you money, okay? Number 4, no systems. Now, let me explain to you what systems are, okay? Let's say, God forbid, you get sick during haunted house season because, let's face it, if you're in the Midwest or Northeast like I am, Halloween sometimes isn't the nicest weather and sometimes you get sick, right? Sometimes we're out in those cold nights in the rain and it sucks. So, systems, what it allows you to do is, let's say you decide to take a night off and go see other haunts and support them, which is a great marketing idea. Or let's say you get sick, God forbid, systems allow you to step away from your business, hand your operations or your systems to your manager, and they can run the haunt just like you're there. Now, I know what you're thinking. No one can run my haunt as good as me. You're absolutely right. But I also know this. If you can find someone you trust, and they can run it 80% as good as you can, no one's going to know the damn difference. You might, but the clients are not going to know, okay? Your customers will not know if they can do it at least 80% as good as you can. So write down everything you're doing right now on a nightly basis from open to close. So if you get hurt or something happens or sick or whatever, you can hand it like an operations manual to a manager and they will know exactly how to run your hunt without you being there, okay? It's a lot more freedom and it keeps everything a lot more organized when you have checklists of everything to do, okay? So systems, big time killer. If you get sick and you don't have systems, you're gonna lose money. Last but not least, and this is a biggie, okay? Poor marketing. This is a big one, okay? Reason why: you can have the best hunt in the world, your staff could love you, you could have brilliant business systems that allow you more freedom and allow things to run smoothly, you could be great at budgeting, you could know your numbers and your metrics and how many clients and what the volume is and what the line wait time is and all that stuff, but if you're not marketing to your local people that are going to show up to your haunted house, they're not going to show up. And it doesn't matter how great all these other are, if you're not doing this right, you're leaving thousands of dollars on the table every season. If marketing is a last-minute thing for you and you think putting some flyers out at the local gas station, that's your marketing effort, or getting an ad on the radio, that's all you're doing for marketing, come on. You're going to bury yourself in a coffin 30 feet below. It's just the way it's going to be. So this is the one you really do need to devote some time to and some budget to, okay? This one right here is probably the biggest reason why 60% of haunted houses fail within the first 2 years, okay? Because of poor marketing and these other things, of course, but mainly because of this one. So if you don't want to get the kiss of death from this guy right here, make sure, click the link below. It'll take you over to Freakonomics. If you're not already watching this video there to begin with, tons of resources that'll help you with these 5 pillars, but also, more importantly, we're going to give you, for stopping by, 5 awesome ways to market on Facebook and turn Facebook fans into dollars, okay? So visit the site, opt in with your email, we'll send you the video, and start learning how to market more effectively so you don't get the kiss of death this haunted house season, okay? I'm Brian Calicay, Freakonomics.com. We'll talk to you next time, Freak Nation.